Welcome to our chair yoga. If you are practicing at home with your mat, then just make those modifications. Everything I'm going to demonstrate will be with chair today, so it's accessible to everyone. First thing I want to talk about is our breath. As we know, that controls a lot of what's going on in our bodies. A lot of us right now are in a sympathetic nervous system, and we're struggling, and our breath is very shallow. So we want to start using the frontal lobe of our brain and taking things out of the hypothalamus, that fight, flight, freeze, which is the back of the brain. So we're going to go ahead and find a comfortable seat, whether you're on your mat on the floor or on a chair. Rest your palms down, find those sit bones resting, grow your spine, and just take some nice natural breaths in and out through the nose. Nice and slowly in. Beautiful. So we're going to add in a 3-part breath right now. And you can put your tongue at the roof of your mouth, which is going to help to calm and bring us into that parasympathetic nervous system. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as we practice. So what I want you to do is breathe in for a 4 count. You're going to hold it for an 8, and you're going to exhale for a 7. And I'm going to lead you through this nice and slow. And just remember, if you can't do the other poses, you can continue to do this breath and listen to the beautiful music and the commentary that will come along with this class. So let's all breathe in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, breathe in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more time. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Now continue to just fill those lungs. Now we're moving that body out of that fight, flight, freeze into a more calming state as we work through our practice. So again, if you're on your mat, join in. If you're using the chair, that's how I'm going to demonstrate everything. So everyone, let's go ahead and stand. So really set your feet hip distance apart. Remember, gals, that has nothing to do with this outside part. It's those hip points. So we're going to just anchor down, and your feet are about a fist distance apart. So really feel the toes anchoring down your heels. And as we breathe in, you're going to take your arms out and up. And then we're going to go ahead and take the arms all the way out. 2 more times. Breathe in. Collect those blessings, that love and light from God. As you exhale, send away what you don't need. 1 more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Beautiful. Coming to that mountain pose. So lining our bodies, softening our knees slightly, tucking that tailbone down just a little bit, and tucking your chin. Roll your shoulders away. Right now, we're holding a lot of tension in those shoulders. So let's go ahead and roll them up to the ears. It's so uncomfortable. And then roll them back. 2 more times. Forward. Beautiful. Now let's go and do a reverse. Awesome. Now, if you need to, separate your feet a little bit wider than that hip distance. Really anchor down, soften those knees again. Breathe in. Take it all the way up as you come out. Swan dive down, pressing everything away. Keep your gaze lifted until the very end. Drop your head. Let your belly rest on your legs. Grab opposite hand to opposite elbow. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Let that head be heavy here. Go ahead and release your hands. Start to straighten your legs. And as you walk your hands up to your hip creases, flatten your back and press your hips back. Feel that beautiful stretch up the back of the legs. Breathing here. As you exhale forward, fold, soften the knees. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. Again, collecting love and light. 2 more sun A's. Take it all the way down. Find your flat backs. And fold, soften the knees. Come all the way up. Take it all the way back down. Find your flat back. And fold one more time. All the way up. Bring the hands to the sides, mountain pose. So have your chair ready to go in front of you. You can either take the seat to come a little bit lower in that down dog, or you can use the back of the chair. If you're grabbing the seat, take the hands to the opposite sides, thumbs on, fingers, grab the chair. Step back as far as you can. Make that inverted V as you drop your head down. Again, feeling that beautiful stretch all the way up to the back of your legs. We're starting to stretch through our arms and our shoulders. Hold this pose for 3 breaths. Nice, slow breathing. When you're ready, look towards the chair. Step your right foot forward. Keep your back foot planted. Come on up, warrior 1. So let's all take a look and make sure that our shoulders are staying over our hips. And we look down and you can see that big toe on your right foot. And your knee is staying over that ankle. You're not leaning forward. And then when you're ready, bring those arms up. Interlace your fingers, pointing your thumb and your first finger, and then bring your biceps up by your ears. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, sink into that right leg. Breathing here, warrior 1. Again, as we go through this today, hold each pose for 3 breaths. You can always pause this as you work through the class today. Bringing those arms forward, drop the left hand all the way down, open up to warrior 2. Again, keeping those shoulders over those hips. Your left foot is parallel to the back of your mat. If you're using a mat, you're walking that right foot forward. Your fingers are nice and soft, and you're looking over those right fingers. Breathing here. Flipping your right palm up to the ceiling. Let your left hand come down the left leg. Without letting that right leg come back with you, bring your right arm up and back. Reverse your warrior. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, take that left hand to the right wrist. As you inhale, pull back. As you exhale, sink into your right knee. Nice and slow, release that bind, open back up to your warrior 2. Drop that left hand down first as you bring it forward, warrior 1. Plant your hands onto your chair, step your left foot forward. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale to mountain pose. Again, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold, grabbing that chair again, this time stepping that right foot back. When you're ready, releasing the chair, coming up. First checking to make sure you can see now that left big toe, and then interlace those fingers, biceps to the ears, sinking in, breathing. Taking your hands forward, dropping the right hand down, opening up to our warrior 2. Now you can see through my back that my shoulders are over my hips and I'm not leaning forward here. So try to be mindful of that as you sink into that left knee. Keeping that knee over the ankle. So if that means blocking that left foot forward, then that's what you do. Flipping that left palm here, right leg, hand to the right leg, left arm up and back. You want that extra little stretch, grabbing that wrist and pulling back. Releasing back into our warrior 2, dropping that right arm down before we come back to warrior 1. Hands to your chair, stepping your right foot forward. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive down. center, flat back here. Fold, soft knees as you come all the way up. Your big toes are going to touch, your knees are touching. Bring your hands to prayer and sink back into our chair. So noticing here when you're in that chair pose, you're sinking that booty back. You're keeping those knees again over your ankles and you're pulling that tailbone down. Press those palms in. I know you're praying to get out of this pose. Everybody always does. Just breathe here. As you inhale, come all the way up. As you exhale, sink into that chair. 2 more times. Take it all the way back up. Sink down. 1 more. And sink into that chair pose, pressing in, breathing. Diving forward. Take that forward fold. Soft knees as you come all the way back up and around. Bring the hands to prayer, hands to the sides, mountain pose. So if you wish, you can pause this video here and run through everything we did 2 more times. We're going to move on with some balance posing now. Great, so we're back. Those of you that paused and ran through a couple more times, good for you. If you just did it and you're just staying with us, well, here we go. So we're going to work on some balance poses. We're in tree pose in particular. And I want to remind you that in tree pose, when we wiggle and wobble, that's okay. It's actually really good because you're building muscle memory. So let's just be kind to ourselves. And I'm going to demonstrate 3 different varieties of a stance in 3 pose, and you take it where you want to be. So you're going to anchor down that right leg, and you really want to feel it really connecting to that earth below you. And you've got your chair at your right hand, so you're ready to go for extra balance. We're going to start with a gentle kickstand. So your left heel is going to be just above your right ankle, and you're going to open that right knee back. Now if your right hip is jetting out to the right like those old typewriters, pull that back in. Pull your navel up towards your spine and let your tailbone be heavy. You can keep your right hand on the chair, or if you want, you can open up those arms like a tree branch. Now, if you want to take yourself a little bit farther, you can bring that left foot to the mid-calf. Just make sure it stays below that knee. And again, you can release the chair, or you can hold on. Your third option is to bring that left foot all the way up and in, and really press that standing right leg into that left foot. You want to, again, make sure you stay above or below that knee. We never want that foot on the knee. And then you can take the arms out. Now, if you're here and you want to challenge yourself today, then take that gaze up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. If you really want to challenge yourself, maybe you take it up all the way to the ceiling. The further away our gaze is from the floor, the less steady that our body is. And so we have to really work a little bit harder to stay balanced. And so now let's do the other side. So take your chair, if you're using your chair, and move it over to the left. Really, again, anchor down those feet. Feel that left foot really grounding down. Take your right heel to that kickstand pose first. Pull the belly in and drop that tailbone. Again, you can take the arms out. Maybe you're ready to move it to mid-calf. Or maybe you're ready to take it all the way up into the thigh. Again, if that left hip is jetting out, pull it back in, pull your belly in. Maybe try a little something different with the hands. Maybe you just want to keep them at prayer. And just breathe. So if you're practicing this at home, see if you can hold it for 5 or 10 breaths on each side. Again, this is a great way to just work on that balance, so that if you drop something on the floor, you don't have to worry about picking it up. All right, so we're going to move on to something next. So we're going to go back into a flow. So you're going to have your chair ready to go. And we're going to take our arms out again, getting nice and tall. Separate those feet and then take that swan dive down. From here, we're going to add a little stretch, so keep that left hand down and take the right arm up and open. Now, if you're using your chair, you can place that left forearm on that chair for extra balance and take that right arm all the way up. that right hand down. Let it come onto your chair as you take that left arm up and open. And then bringing that down back to the center. Find your flat back once more. Noticing that you've done this a few times and the back of those legs are feeling so good now. That stretch is really starting to help you out. And then exhale, fold. Soft knees as you come all the way back up. Take the hands to the back. Interlace those fingers, palms pulling down, and then just work those fingers away from the back. Now you may be right here, you may be here, or you may be way over here. Remember, it doesn't matter where you're at. Just work those muscles. Help to lose that tension. Let that stress go and just breathe. And then release. And roll the shoulders again. Forwards and back, just as we did when we began our class. Forwards and back 2 or 3 times. Now we're going to work on some of that stress that we hold in our hips. So what you're going to do is come back to your chair. And those of you on your mats, we're going to work with half pigeon. So go ahead and start to get yourself into that position. So you're going to have that left glute hanging off your chair a little bit. Really plant that right foot down. Bring your left ankle over that right knee. Flex your feet. This is so important because we want to protect that left knee. When we flex our left toes, so that means toes towards our shin, all those muscles in that shin are activated. All the muscles around our knee are activated, and we can't push it in a way that wasn't meant to go. So flex that left foot. Use your right hand to anchor yourself down on the chair, and then use your left hand to gently press that left knee down. You should feel this right in that left glute. If you have sciatic issues, it's going to be wonderful for that. So just working that left hip here, and just breathe. Again, at home, you're going to want to do this for 3 to 5 minutes on each side. I always tell my gals, go and do this on the floor of the chair watching a TV commercial. It's a great time to get moving. Just breathe. And when you're ready, we're going to come over to the other side. So anchoring down that left foot, let that right cheek hang off of your chair, right ankle over the left knee now, right toes to shin, anchor that left hand down and use your right hand to open up. And then just observe and notice your body. Was one side feeling a little bit tighter than the other? That's totally normal. And just breathe with it. And then when you're ready, you can come back to center. So those are times when during this you can just pause, play your own music, and just relax. So I want you to go ahead and find that seat again. Sit all the way back this time. Find those sit bones, those 2 little bones planting onto your chair. Feel that. Feel your back starting to rest back, but keep that crown of the head pulling up towards heaven. Drop your chin just a little bit, aligning that beautiful spine. Let your palms rest down. Come back to that slow breath. Nice and slow. Just close the eyes. Feel the love and light from God coming into you. Enjoy the beautiful music. Until we meet again, namaste.